this question actually comes from our own sales associate, Paul Forehand. He's a resident of Yorktown. You might have visited his house, depending on what party he's registered to. He wants to know, the Food Emporium building has been vacant for a number of years. What will you do to help fill that store?
Well, I understand right now that the Chamber of Commerce with the new president, Eric DiBartolo, has talked about trying to attract Trader Joe or Whole Foods has also been mentioned. Oster, who owns the property, has seemed to have a problem with leasing some of the space in there for a number of years after when it used to be called Lake Caldor, and then a major renovation was done to it. So I think that through the Chamber of Commerce and also, as I said earlier, the town being business friendly and trying to attract businesses and letting them know that when they come into the town that we're going to work with them to let them open their store and to take some of the bureaucratic red tape out of the way for them.
Okay.
I actually was really happy when I read the article in your paper when Eric first took over to be president of the chamber, and he said he was going to reach out to the landlords, the property owners, because that store has been vacant for years, and from what I understand, there's an issue. They don't want to rent it because they own the A&P as well. They don't want to give themselves competition. So I'm hoping that Eric can actually sit down with some of these property owners and talk to them and let them see our side and what the residents really want. I think when it comes to business development and economic development, that we really need to pull in our resources from all over the community, because we have a lot of different groups with different ideas and they're all very valid. So I think getting everybody together, or a representative from each of the groups together, would be beneficial to try and get the community's input, because people do want places to shop, as well as the town's input to then say, okay, let's help them get this through, and let's get it through quickly so that we can get moving.
I applaud the effort to try to find new businesses to come in. Knowing a little bit about Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and their clientele and the size of their stores, it's unlikely that either one would see that space as good for them because of the size of it. That being said, I heard Bob's Furniture might be a place to go in there. So again, I think the effort to reach out rather than sit there and wait for a vacant building to be discovered is good. But I do think that it ought to come from a larger group in the town. That should be not just the responsibility. It should be the responsibility of the town supervisor and the town board, and the planning board, and some other business associations, possibly the chamber, the small business association, possibly to get together as a group to say, what can we do together? I don't think we're all working together. There's certainly no vision of what the town could be, and I've said this for probably over a decade. And everyone thinks there's a vision of what Yorktown could be, and there isn't a single vision. Everyone has a little bit different of a story when it comes to what's your vision. And I think getting those groups together would be, or should be, the responsibility of the town supervisor and the town board. I will play a very active role in that if I am elected, without a doubt.
As Rosie had said, the A&P owners own that particular establishment, that piece of property, and they were reluctant to have another food store in there to go in competition with their big A&P that they built. That being said, it would be nice to have a Trader Joe's, it would be nice to have a Bob's, anything to fill the vacant space. We have to let these investors know that Yorktown is open for business, that we're not going to fight them every step of the way, that they're not going to have to put $3,000 into a sign application and then wait months and months and months and months and months to get the sign. That's just an example where we need to streamline our application and our permitting processes to draw these investors into our town. I think it's important because the more business that we put into town, the more people that will come here to shop. So hopefully, the Chamber of Commerce, the town board, and whatever other organizations would like to get involved will get this piece of property filled. There's talk about Depot Square. If Depot Square does indeed go through, that there are investors that want to invest in that particular piece of property. Thank you.